You are welcome everyone to another video tutorial. Today we want to create the routes. So let's create a route. We are through with the model. So let's create a route. So I'll create a route folder inside the backend folder. So I'll call this routes, the folder called routes. So inside the route folder, I'll create a file called admin routes.js. So I'm going to create I'm going to initialize my express equal to require express then this is a route. The way we create routes is a little bit slightly different, so I'll say cons router equal to express.router. That's what I would do. Then I need to import my model, because I'm dealing with the admin section now. I'll say cons admin equal to require that's the part is coming from. It's coming from the model. Then the name of that file is admin model. So this is my admin model. I want to basically use it in this place. This is my admin model, so I'm importing it to my admin routes. So I'm going to create my routes here. Let's call this routes. That's routes. And I want to create write an API. That is to write an API that will enable us to able to post or create an admin. So that's what I want to do. So route for post. So I'll call this, let me call this router.post. I'm going to use the keyword called post. Because post is for what? Adding or inserting data into database. I hope you've not forgotten it from my first Mainstack course. If you've forgotten, please go through that course again. So this will take a part. I will give this part, let me call this part API /creates admin let me just say /creates let me say creates. That's the part. I'll put a comma. That will put my callback function. The inside here is a request and response, which is constant. Now there's one thing I need to tell you. If you are dealing with a database, you need to use the keyword called asynchronous, async and await. Please don't forget that. So I'm going to put an async here, async. So in this place now, because I'm dealing with with posts, there's one thing I want to know about posts that you need to know and do. Without the express.json, you cannot post. And where is the express.json coming from? It has to be placed inside the server. So I will come here and just put middleware. That is from the server. Middleware for what can I call this now? Middleware for posting, for post HTTP method. So I will come here and say app.use, because it's a middleware. App.use the express.json. If you don't put this, you cannot post. Take note of this. I explained this in my first Mainstack tutorial. So that's what I want to do first. Then I'll go back to my admin routes. So since I've done that, I will come here and destructure the post. I have to destructure the body. Remember that in my admin model, what do I have as schema? I have the full name, the email, the password, and the image URL as my schema. So I have to destructure them to require body. So I'll come here and say cons. Since they are objects, cons, I'll call this full name. Sorry, they are variables. Cons full name. Then let me call this equal to reg.body, so that I won't get that reg.body. Okay, reg.body. So this one here, I don't need to put the quotes. Sorry about that. So I'll put full name comma, email, comma. So let me check what I have in the model. Full name, email, password, and image URL. So full name, email, password, and image URL. So I have destructured those variables I created as schemas. Now the next thing to do is to what? I want to now check, that is a find, to find if there is already an existing data, so that I will not register or create two admin. That's what I'm trying to prevent. So I want to find out and check if there already exists a data called the admin. I want to create a unique admin. So I'll come here. Before I do that, I'll say cons existing admin. That is a variable. Cons existing. Sorry, what's wrong with my spelling today? Existing admin equal to I want to just check now, equal to this admin here, equal to the admin. I want to check, so I will say admin equal to admin dot. Remember I told you that before we start doing dot find one or whatever, if you are working with async goes with awaits. I've said that in my last tutorial. So I'll put awaits here, awaits. Then I'll find one. I want to check if this particular email already exists. Take note, no two individuals can have the same email. So I want to check if this email already exists. That is my aim. That's what I'm doing here. I want to check if this email already exists. So I have to put an object, because an object. I'll come here and say email. If this email already exists, find it. If this email already exists, then what should we do? Should we continue, or should we tell the user an error? So I'll say if existing email, that is if existing admin, if that means if the admin already exists, I'll just return an error message. I'll say return. So let me just return res.json. Return res.json. Then I'll come here and say admin already exists. Then I'll put a message as admin already exists. Admin already exists. That's what I would put as my message. So why am I spelling exists like this? Already existed or exists. So I will now take this, although it's optional. I'll take this existing admin, then I'll put it somewhere here. So what if the admin is a new admin? What if the admin has not been registered before? Then what should we do? Then that's when I'll now come here and say cons create admin equal to await equal to admin await, because you have to put await before you put equal to await admin dot create, the keyword called create dot create. So what do you want to create? That destructure, those times you want destructure, so you copied it. You copy everything, including just copy this full name, email, password, and URL. Then copy this. So I want to create it. So after doing this, I will send a message. I'll say res.status 200 or 201 200.json. Then I'll put a success message. Then I'll say message you have been registered. You have been registered. Then I'll put the create admin. I'll put the create admin here. So that's what I will do. Then after doing this, I have to export my router. I have to export the router. So I'll come here and say module.export equal to router. So the video is getting too long. We're going to stop here now. Next class we continue. Thank you very much.